Yeah, bro. You're coming back with 6 wins and 3 losses from 9 fights. Not a bad record. We haven't seen you since that tumultuous victory over David Thomson for the Victorian Middleweight title, where you got off the deck, I think, in the second round and finished off pummeling him into oblivion virtually, so he couldn't get off for the 5th round.
That's it. I think it was actually first round.
First round you hit the deck.
Yeah.
Well, you've done that a couple of times too, Dean, haven't you?
It's a few too many times.
A few too many times. Okay, well tonight you take on Sergio Llancafilo from the Oakley Stadium for the Victorian Super Middleweight title. Sergio won the title off Aaron Kelly on a stoppage in the 5th round. How do you see yourself going against Sergio tonight, and do you know anything about Sergio?
The only thing I really noticed is the southpaw, fairly straight up and down. Hasn't got that many angles to him. But I think if I persist with the pressure, it's going to take his toll on him and hopefully get him in the later rounds. But if he gives me an opportunity to get him in the first round, so
you'll take it. Okay, but you like to get some rounds under your belt.
Yeah, that's the way it's been. It seems I have to warm up, but
okay, no worries.
I've taken a different training method this time, so I've started off a little bit quicker.
Okay. Prospects after this fight tonight, would you like to get up and push for a crack at the Australian title within 12 months? Or
I think I really would. It's just, at the moment I'm a bit half-half, but I'm going to the gym nearly every night and stuff like that, but it's just sort of, I need a win under my belt, I think, to boost it up.
So it depends on the fight tomorroght night?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, good luck with it, Dean.
All right,
I'm sure you'll do your best. Cheers.
All right, thank you.
Okay, fight fans, the only fighter I wasn't able to interview this evening was the Victorian Super Middleweight champion, Sergio Llancafilo. Serge is coming off a win over Aaron Kelly for the Victorian Super Middleweight title about 3 months ago, in which he stopped Aaron Kelly, or the fight was stopped within 5 rounds. It was a great win for him. Tonight he takes on Dean Gayther, who I have spoken to earlier. One tough customer, Dean Gayther. He's got a height and reach advantage over Llancafilo, the southpaw, but Gayther will walk up on him. Speaking to Sergio early tonight, he had to take off after the weigh-in. He had other commitments, so we weren't able to interview him. Tonight's his first defence against Dean Gayther. I spoke to him. He's very confident. He knows Gayther is strong, very strong-willed and mentally tough, and he expects him to walk up all night. And he's well tuned in to do the 8 3-minute rounds, he tells me, and he says he's got the ability to outbox Dean Gayther, and he hopes he will take the decision on points. It'll be a tough fight for him. But he wants to fight for the Australian title within 18 months, Sergio Llancafilo, and if he stays on target and beats Dean Gayther tomorrow, which is his wish, he should do that.
Well, this will be a cracking fight, gents. Dean Gayther, the man who loves to get off the
Your judges at ringside for this championship match, Joe Mann, Nika Williams, Andrew Campbell from the United States of America. Your timekeeper at the bell, Damien Membry. Counting the knockdowns, Brian Membry. Welcome members of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, Dr. Simon Hillman, Bob Todd, Malcolm McGuinness, Scott Brower, Secretariat Bart McCarthy, and Chairman of the Board, Dr. Bernard Waldemar Obama, former InterVarsity champion. Your ringside physician, Dr. John Jury. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Center Ring, bout number 2, Fighters Factory, fight of the new century, Murray Thomson, Fighters Factory Promotions. Okay, 8 rounds of boxing is our scheduled journey for the Victorian Super Middleweight Championship. Introducing first on my left, occupying the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, returning to the ring after an absence of 20 months. He was formerly the Victorian champion in the middleweight division. From Bayswater, wearing those familiar trunks, white with the red flash. Scaling 75.25 kilograms with his father Bill Gayther in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1996, he was Amateur Boxing League champion, national champion. He's had 9 professional fights, 6 wins, 3 losses, 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight challenging for his 2nd Victorian championship, would you welcome a man who adds fire and power to the brimstone of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bayswater Bluster, Dean Gayther. Gayther, the challenger. And across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, the champion, with Paul Layton and Ron Russell in the corner. He escaped from the Chilean government, ladies and gentlemen, at 18 years of age. He's a local resident from Springvale. 2 professional fights. Last time out, captured the Victorian Super Middleweight Championship in a big upset against Aaron Kelly at Fort Knox, making his first defence of the title tonight, scaling 74.20 kilograms, wearing total red trunks which says KFC Oakley on the front. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion, would you welcome the hot chili, Sergio Llancafilo. 8 rounds of boxing. It's championship time, and why not a champion referee? Malcolm Milner steps up to the plate.
Well, Brian, this looks like it's going to be a big one, son. Take us through it.
Oh, great. Look, I'm really looking forward to this fight. Sergio Llancafilo, only 4 amateur fights. None really know of a Chile. Had a draw with Aaron Kelly and then beat Aaron Kelly for the Victorian middleweight title, stopping in between the 6th and the 7th round against a man who loves to get off the canvas and walk through people, and that is Dean Gayther. This fight is going to be full of fireworks.
And here we go for round 1 of this 3-minute Victorian Super Middleweight title fight. The champion, the southpaw and the red pants, is Sergio Llancafilo from Chile, or formerly from Chile, now from Springvale. He's at home at Springvale Town Hall. And Dean Gayther, the white pants with the red trim down the bottom. And the big tall Dean Gayther, we saw him come back from the death a few months ago, many months ago, when he looked like he was knocked unconscious, and what a great fight he put up to get back.
To stop David Steenson for the middleweight title. That was his last fight, actually. So
great fight.
Like I say, he's well accustomed to climbing off the deck early.
Yeah, and he looked all but gone in that fight. Now this Llancafilo, he looks like he's a tasty customer, isn't he? I mean, he knows what it's all about. He's very tough, Brian.
He is. For the amount of experience he's had, I don't know whether he's actually had any fights in Chile as a kid, but look, he's only had the 4 amateur fights and 2 pro fights, but you know, he's well skilled for his amount of experience.
Yeah, and he's a very stubborn southpaw, but he punches hard for a southpaw as he goes underneath there with a left cross. Good punch up top there from Mansfield, but he's fighting a very tough fella here. This could be his acid test. I think some of the fights he's had have been too ordinary to say the least, these opponents, but this fella's going to test him because he's tough.
That's it. 18 months out of the ring might have affected Dean Gayther a bit. Dean's turning southpaw now. He was down the Fighters Factory sparring with Stewie Muller, actually, as was Sergio Llancafilo on different days. But he was doing that quite a bit there too, turning southpaw in his sparring, which, I don't think is a good thing.
No, stick to what you know best. Through your balances, and that's what you know when it's coming. especially if you're under pressure.
Well, Llancafillo's now scoring with the jab as Gayther's gone southpaw, so...
Well, it's not
and a
doing him any good.
nice little left hand from Llancafilo.
Yeah, he piles up points, Llancafilo.
He's a very awkward customer, Llancafilo.
Southpaws,
He's
southpaws
a southpaw, but he's awkward to boot.
Yeah, southpaws are, you know, normally, well, they are unorthodox, that's what they are, but...
That's right, clash of heads there.
He is worse than most.
But the long, I said that, nasty clash of heads, and then we have blood from the right eye of Dean Gayther. He's not happy about that. That was from a head clash. I hope that the judges see it that way. Well, this could be a nasty
cross there from Llancafilo. Good right cross there from Gayther. Tries it again. He's not letting the cut worry him too much. Good shots underneath from Llancafilo.
Just the timing's a bit off with Gayther. Ring rust, I believe, 18 months out of the ring. It's a long time, but he really wants to watch that eye.
Llancafilo.
It's a nice little move by Gayther turning him. He didn't counter there.
You know, just like to pop in and mention that on the 6th of December, Jamie Meyer, Queensland's leading boxing trainer, is staging the Australian Cruiserweight title with Jamie Wallace and Simon Patterson over 12 rounds at the Southport RSL Club. Also over 10 rounds, Jay Washington will meet Paul Tapley, and Brian Reid will fight Uran Dowling for the Queensland Super Middleweight title. If you want tickets, that's Friday the 6th of December. Jamie Meyer Promotions. For tickets, 0438 246 178.
What's that number again, Ray?
0438 246 178. Sorry, I said 38. It's 178. Must be needing glasses.
No worries, Ray. Well, how'd you see that one?
I saw that one. I gave that one to Sergio Llancafilo. I mean, I had it even until Dean Gayther turned southpaw, and after that nasty little head clash, Llancafilo was able to land a few jabs and land the left cross a couple of times as well. So, and
he won in round 2 of the super middleweight contest. The 8 3-minute round between the champion and the southpaw from Chile, Sergio Llancafilo, and a challenger, Dean Gayther, with white pants with a cut over his eye. Big tall fella there who's been stuck in here, and he's challenging like a challenger. He knows he's got a cut eye, and that could stop the fight. So he's going to certainly step up the pace a bit and try and bash his way into this, grabbing this title from this very,
nice
very
left hook
tricky
by Dean Gayther. In short, landed flush on the chin of Llancafilo to no avail.
Shot underneath from Gayther.
He's so awkward, Sergio Llancafilo. He's very hard to get in on. It's a constant pressure thing with him, which is to Dean Gayther's credit. That's in his kit. I think he needs to bring up that right uppercut and the left hook, Dean Gayther. I think that's a key. Llancafillo's open between the middle. His hands are wide in defence, but he's open up the middle.
Some good combinations there by Llancafilo. He's boxing nicely. I think Dean Gayther is moving the wrong way. He's moving right onto the left hand. He should change direction around the ring.
Dean Gayther won't go backwards from here. He'll just start up in the pace. And that's what he's got to do, lead with that right hand. 2 right hands and a left uppercut from Dean Gayther.
Gayther's doing the right thing against the boxing southpaw. He's going to brawl him. That's the only way he's going to beat this guy. Dean Gayther.
There's another head clash for Llancafillo's got to watch those heads. That head's dangerous, referee.
And he's meaning it too, by the way.
Yeah, he is. He's putting that head in there. That's not an accident.
No, that's very low. Sort of disgusted with that. That's
well, he should disqualify him.
Oh, good right hand. Another one from Dean Gayther. And another one.
Go on, Dean. I shouldn't do that as a commentator. I hate that.
No, look, Dean Gayther's got a habit of shocking us all, though, hasn't he, Shocker?
Yeah.
And here he goes again.
Dean Gayther, go on, Dean. Go on, go on. It's the only way you're going to beat this fella's brawling. He came to town, he came to brawl, and he put his head around, and he's going to knock it off for him. Well, good evasive tactics here from Gayther in the neutral corner. And Llancafilo, let's see if he's got bottle. He's got head. And big Dean Gayther's going to test him for sure here. You've got to give the guy credit.
That's a right hand again. It's on the tail end of it that time.
Great round from Dean Gayther. Yeah, great round there. I hate taking sides in the contest when you commentate, but it just looks so much like the head of Llancafilo there, Brian, was just all over the place, and to headbutt somebody who's already got a cut is the lowest form you can get. I'll get pulled up for this because I'm taking sides and I'm making a decision here.
Well, Chuck, I was very surprised that Malcolm Baldwin didn't pull him up there because that was so obvious. I mean, he was just about rubbing his head on his eye.
And he done that because Dean Gayther, is handling a tricky southpaw really well. You brawl them. You forget what you do normally as an orthodox boxer. Forget you are boxing yourself. Brawl them into submission because that's what they do. They take it away from you, Star. You've got to take it back by brawling them.
That's right, Chuck. I also believe that he's got some good information from the corner there because a total change of tactics for Dean Gayther coming out. So his father, Bill Gayther, and Tony Sirachi in the corner there, I think have told him to go after these bloke and rough him up.
Well, here we go for round 3, Ray. This is going to be a great contest here. Round 3 of us scheduled 8 threes for the Victorian super middleweight title here with, I mean, you've got to say it's even at the moment. I don't know who's, there's a round each and a one drawn, I'd say. Round each and one drawn. One round each.
Apiece, yeah.
A round apiece.
Good right hand from Gayther.
I think Gayther came back there with a heap of courage, yeah. And Llancafilo, the ex-Chilean, the champion there, put his head around a wee bit and copped his whack. And that's what you should, that's the only thing you can do. Gayther's making he's making every post a winner. He's going to go after this fella, and he won't be able to handle it. He likes to be in control, Gayther. Not Gayther,
Llancafilo, yep.
He likes to be in control. When he's not in control, then you'll see how much bottle he's got. Good shot from Gayther again. Good overhand right. Throwing plenty of them. That's it. Llancafilo has missed more punches in this fight than he has in any other fight I've seen him in. And Gayther's now the one in charge here. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, the pressure just picks up with Dean Gayther. He doesn't slow up, he picks up. The more the rounds go on, the stronger he gets.
Well, I see the Llancafilo sponsored by KFC. I think he's been eating it because it's slowing him up. But this Dean Gayther, fair dinkum, he's got straight in here and took the fight by the horns. Boom, boom.
Nice right hook from Llancafilo there on the inside.
Big awkward character, Gayther. He's making, I mean, he can't take it when he's under pressure. Llancafilo, Brian.
No, he seems to be out of the water a bit there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can't take it. He's always been, all the fights we've seen him, he's been in control.
Yeah, I
remember him there.
I remember seeing him against Aaron Kelly doing this, and then he came back, so we can't count him out yet, Chocker.
Well, Llancafilo,
well, he came back, he was looking pretty ordinary in round 3 and 4 against Aaron Kelly, and came back in round 6 to stop Aaron Kelly, so...
Yeah, but I just think here that Dean Gayther's taking the fight away from him.
Yes, he is, yeah.
Because he's always calling the tune, he's a conductor. Southpaws normally are. They control you, which way you go, the other way you go. You go against what you normally do when you do it, but Dean Gayther just went and said, look, I'm going to throw the boxing out the window, I'm going to brawl this guy. So that's what he's doing. I think Llancafil's got nothing in his punches. Not a thing. Not a thing. I think if Gayther hits him, he will go down.
It's that constant pressure that Aaron Kelly couldn't apply that Dean Gayther will never stop.
Yeah, good shots from Gayther. What great shots! Go, Gayther, go!
Good left hook from Llancafilo.
Yeah, he replied back well, Gunfilo. Llancafilo replied back well, but Gayther had some great bombs in there. Oh, good shot again. If you could spin him in the corner now, great round. Fantastic round of boxing.
Very action-packed round, that one. It was great excitement. It's a very nice fight, this one.
Yeah.
I'd just like to make another reminder too, on the 6th of December, Alex Quintner and Ken Haywood are promoting at the Greek Club in Brisbane. It's Ken Haywood, Alex Quintner. Their program hasn't been finalised. They always put good shows on. That's the 5th of December, Thursday night, December 5, at the Greek Club in South Brisbane.
That should be a good night, Brian. We're having a good night here. Look, there's one round apiece, and that round there, I couldn't split them. I mean, I thought Gayther was, you know, knocking more punches in, but I mean, a lot of people might have leaned for Gayther in that round, but I mean, it's 3 rounds, right? And I've still got it all square as we look at.
Me too, Shocker. No, I gave that round to Dean Gayther because he just applied that constant pressure, and Llancafilo for most of the time was looking away to get away from Gayther, but it just didn't happen.
I'll tell you what, this is a cracking fight here between the This is the 4th of 8 3-minute rounds for the super middleweight, Victorian super middleweight title. The champion in the red pants is southpaw Llancafilo, and Dean Gayther. He's making a real fight of this by coming to brawl and taking the fight and the ascendancy away from the former Chilean amateur. Gayther applying the pressure again, Brian.
Yes, he is. His defence is starting to lack a bit, though. He wants to keep his hands up.
And what's surprising me is Llancafilo is not counterboxing. He's gone backwards, but not counterboxing.
That's how I found until about the last 20. Well, that was better. The last 20 seconds of the last round, he did something, but before that, he just looked like he was trying to survive the round.
The more bombs Gayther throws, the worse Llancafilo gets. Good shots from Gayther again. 2 good headshots. Good shot again.
They caught on the glove there. Good right hand from Llancafilo, actually. He's catching more of Gayther's shots on the gloves at the moment. I think he's been told to go out and try and take it to Gayther.
Oh, good shot.
It's very hard.
Gayther's just got to connect here. We'll see how much strength Llancafilo has left, because it's the first time I've really seen him under pressure. And he's not handling it too well as the champion. Good shot again. Stiffening right hand from Dean Gayther. Good over the top from Llancafilo. Left from Llancafilo. Starting to land 1 or 2 good ones now. Gayther's letting him back into the picture. Good body shot again.
Well, Llancafilo, to have a chance, has got to keep Gayther on the back foot and dictate terms. The moment he starts letting Gayther walk through him, that's the end of his fight. A good left hand and a good right reply.
Good shot from Gayther again. Good over the top right.
Good right hand from Llancafilo. Llancafilo now fighting orthodox.
Who's changed who? Who's in control? Spinning. If he spins him, we'll get him.
Dean Gayther spent so many rounds in the gym in this position that he's well at home there. He's probably having a little breather.
Good evasive tactics there from Gayther as well. Ducked under 2 good punches. Llancafilo just leaning there. Gayther throws him off.
I expected Gayther to turn him in a minute.
Turn him.
We can't influence him, unfortunately, Shocker. I doubt if he'd hear me.
Good shot there from
Llancafilo is applying the pressure, but he doesn't have the fireworks to do the job.
It's a great round again there from 2 great fighters. I mean, they're fighting for the Victorian super middleweight title. You think they're fighting for the world title. They got it at hammer and tongs.
Yeah, very action-packed round, that one. I'm pleased to see the Victorian Boxing Board allows 8 3-minute rounds for state titles.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, in Queensland they fight too long, 10 threes. I don't believe it's warranted. I think 8 threes is plenty for a state title.
No, it is, and you know, I think 12 threes. I mean, years ago you could fight 15 rounds, which I did for the Victorian title. Yeah. So I mean, you know,
I remember that, Shocker. Yeah,
15 for a Victorian title, and I got an egg cup and a spoon.
You were lucky at Sydney Stadium. You just got the egg cup without the spoon.
Well, I had to give 25% of the egg cup back to my manager. I must remember to ring him up. Probably in the Bahamas now, Brian. How did you see that round?
I gave that round a draw, actually.
It was I mean, the fight is very tight. I mean, both guys are asking no quarter and giving no quarter.
Ray, how did you see that one?
Fairly even. There wasn't a lot in it.
I mean, it's very hard to split it here. It'll be interesting to see what the judges do, but I can't split them. Just as one boy gets on top, the other one fights his way back in. 5th round of this 8 3-minute Victorian super middleweight title fight. The champion, southpaw, and the red pants, Sergio Llancafilo, probably from Chile, and from Bayswater, which is just as an exotic place as far as I'm concerned in Victoria here. Good shot from Gayther. And he's teasing.
Two good shots back from Llancafilo there.
Yeah. He scores well. Good shot from Gayther. Scored again, Gayther. Two good shots underneath. Ploughing them in, as you'd say. He's not throwing them, he's ploughing them in. As he tries it again. He's got good composure now, Gayther. This is the best he's looked, the way he stands. He's standing well. Pushing Llancafilo back.
Overreaching a little low.
Yeah. Just step up a little bit when he throws that punch. Step up a little bit.
Good body shot from Llancafilo there, left hand under the rib cage.
Good shot underneath. Clubbing on the top of the head.
Yeah, he's actually slapping that right hand down on the top of the head, Gayther. I'd like to see him, you know.
Well, he hits to the
bring
body
it up
well.
against the knuckle part.
He just doesn't. He doesn't right cross to the head well. I think the boys have here in the 5th round. They're taking a well-earned breather of sorts. Clubbing right hand from Gayther. And I think Tony Russell and Llancafillo's corner would have been telling. We've been telling Llancafilo that Ronnie Russell. That's two names I've stuffed up tonight, Brian. Billy, I mean.
Yep. Ron Russell, is it?
Yeah, Ron Russell.
Ronnie Russell, yeah. Tony Russell's dad, actually.
Well, it's his son, Tony's son. He's got a son called Luke as well.
He used to train Dave Russell before Mick Canavan, actually. So.
Well, he'll always be Tony to me because he's a great hairstyle. Yeah. Anyway, Dean Gayther takes it
dynamic style.
Dynamic Dean Gayther. Clubbing ahead.
Hanging in now. I'll tell you, Dean Gayther's wide open for a left hooker.
Yeah.
He really wants to keep that right hand up
Yeah,
the chin. As I say it, it lands.
And up it came. With a good left hook. Dean Gayther.
Oh, clubbing left hook of his own there.
He fights well under pressure, does Gayther. But Llancafilo is taking the ascendancy here now because he's counter punching, which he's probably told him, oh, good blows in the corner, left, right. Both boys are going left, right, left, right. Left, right again from Dean Gayther. Left from Llancafilo back. Gayther.
Turning, good left hand from
Llancafilo with the left. Gayther with the right. Stand to the bell goes. Can't hear the bell. Can you hear the bell, Brian? They stopped.
No, I can't.
So the referee had stopped it there.
Crowd are well behind these boys here tonight.
Yeah, then it's an even split with the crowd, and toe for toe there. I didn't hear the bell and the noise and it going there.
I bet they wish they were behind the crowd.
And there's another fella in there. As we look at the corner of Dean Gayther's father, Billy Gayther.
Dean and Bill Gayther.
How did it go there, Brian? Bill Gayther. Did it go well there, Bill?
Yep.
Yep, done well. See, old Simons is not in yet.
We got that one.
And if we look in the corner now, Bill Gayther's quite under control, you know. He's telling his boy now, take your breather. I'd get his arms off them ropes there.
Yes, I would too.
I'd pull them off and just say, relax, put your arms off the ropes and let them relax themselves and the blood will flow naturally.
Seconds out, round
And we look across, we've got Ronnie Russell in the corner of Llancafilo.
Another even round for me. I called that one even.
Round 6, Brian, of the Super Middleweight Victorian Championship. The holder in the red pants, as we said before, Llancafilo, the tricky southpaw, formerly from Chile, a very exotic place in South America. And Dean Gayther from Bayswater, a very exotic place in the eastern suburbs here of Melbourne, with probably more palm trees.
If you drive a forklift.
That's all right. Well, the Caribbean Gardens are close. Plug. Cash for comment again, Brian Butler. As Dean Gayther steps in there with the left, just brushes off of the stomach of Llancafilo, who's been told by Tony Russell to counterbox.
Oh, good defence by Gayther there.
Yeah.
He blocked all of those shots.
And slipped one as well, which I thought was good.
Demoralises somebody when they load up and they can't land.
To demoralise me, Brian.
That was a nice double jab by Llancafilo. I haven't seen that.
Good job. Oh, good shot there from Gayther underneath.
Yes.
Good shot. Gayther looks a little bit worse for wear, but he looked worse for wear before he even started the fight. Good shot.
Oh, I want to watch that left hand. That was very tidy from Llancafilo.
It was far away from the chin, but hit the body. Still scores. Shot underneath from Gayther.
He just won't go away, Dean Gayther. Yeah. Nice left hand from Llancafilo.
I don't think there'll be a knockout here. You know, I think that the knockout punches left both of these boys. They're going to wear each other down.
Ooh, another big left hand from Llancafilo.
And the shot on the
And
knees
another
of
one,
Gayther.
a right hook.
That was a good left rip from Gayther, though.
Yep.
Brian Butler looking at the wrong monitor. Yesterday's fight.
Sometimes looking at the monitor, Shocker, you pick up things you don't pick up when you're actually looking up here. It's
Yes.
it's good to have it live in front of us, and it's good to check the monitor in case you miss anything.
And looking at the monitor now, we've got Llancafilo with a good straight right. Oh, good little punches there from Gayther. Both boys landing the same amount of punches. Probably Llancafilo a little bit sharp.
Nice
Good
right hand
cross.
from Gayther.
Get
That was
more
right
out
on
of
the
them.
button.
If he can land more of them, well, we'll be all right.
And
He
another
doesn't
little
like
one.
it. He doesn't like the right cross. Because he wouldn't be getting used to getting a lot. It'd be a southpaw. Good shot from Gayther on the top of the head. Reply from Llancafilo. Left again from Llancafilo. Left, right, left, left.
Llancafillo's not going away. He knows the fight's up for grabs.
Off the ropes is Dean Gayther. Oh, good left hook from Gayther. Unsteadied Llancafilo. Good shot from Gayther. Right in the point of the nose. And a good reply from Llancafilo. Good shot there. Two good shots from...
Everything answered. Llancafilo seems to be coming a bit stronger in this round.
Yeah, good round there from both players. And that's it.
Hard to split him once again.
Hard to split him, but I think Llancafilo said, you know, Brian, I'll ask you to tally out just before we go into the 7th round, but it was hardly split on there. It's one of these type of fights where they just claw each other, punch for punch. You know, one gives one takes one.
I think Llancafilo in that round landed a higher volume of punches.
I tend to agree with you there, Ray. I think he did. There's some nice work with the right hand, but too infrequent from Dean Gayther. And Llancafilo actually picked the pace up in that round and actually went after Dean Gayther a bit more.
Oh, yeah.
So I gave him that round.
Well, I thought you would because ringside bookie's just waving to Brian there. I think you might have looked safe, Brian, obviously. But
what's the betting on this fight?
I don't know, but Brian's got a smile on his face because he has Llancafilo in front and the bookie's just trying to get out the back door, so there must be something on. But I shall report this to the Victorian Boxing Commission straight after the fight. I'm speaking to Bernie Palmer.
I'm split. Well, I've got...
Sir Richard Sparkman came down from Henty in New South Wales with plenty of money to back on this fight tonight.
Well, I'll be speaking to Sir Richard after this bout and introduce it to my banker.
I've got it all tied up. I've got the first round for Llancafilo, second round for Gayther, third round for Gayther, fourth and fifth even, and the last round to Llancafilo.
This is the second last round, Brian. Good shots there from both boys. Good exchange in the middle of the ring there.
Yeah, it's nice to see Mike Ryan here from the Fighter magazine.
One of the best boxing magazine. It is the boxing magazine in Australia.
Yes, a great magazine. He kicked it off originally right back in the 1960s when boxing was in its heyday in Australia. And of course, as the years have gone on, it dropped off and he's brought it back along with a couple of other magazines.
Well, there's been many copies and there's been many imposters, but nothing beats a real fighter.
That's correct. It's great to see the magazine back on the shelves again, and there's plenty of fight fans out there that have been missing it over the years, and I'm sure that the more that know it's back on the shelves will be out there buying it again. And,
yeah,
and credit to Mike Ryan.
Shannon Taylor's on the front cover of the latest one, and a great picture of Costa Azul the month before, which would have been October.
That's correct, yep. I believe Shannon Taylor's got a world title shot. Nice right hand from Dean Gayther.
Yep. Good shot from...
Oh, good overhand right.
And he's ganging
up.
Oh,
he walked straight in a two on the back from Llancafilo. Nice right hand from Gayther. That's the biggest punch of the fight.
That's a big one. And the spray off of Llancafillo's head hit everybody here, including Ray Dunbar, Mike Ryan, Brian Butler, and 3 people in the crowd. And who said there's water restrictions? We're soaking here. The atmosphere's big here. Oh, powder puff jabs from Llancafilo.
It's a shame boxers can't weigh in like the jockeys after the fight, isn't it?
Well, they'd be a lot lighter. Gayther having a spell here. This could go anywhere.
A
This
little
fight.
bit. Llancafilo, I think, believes he's under pressure. He wants to keep his title. He's trying to pour it on to Dean Gayther here. I think he senses he's a bit behind his corner, does. Gayther wants to get out of that corner.
They're not big punches. I mean, Gayther's sort of
No, he's blocking most of them, but he's doing a bit of work with that head again.
Yep. And they look.
Oh, some good little chop and rides from Gayther.
Yep. I'm going to go for toe. Toe for toe. And I think it's going to be all even going into the last round. And he wants to hold on to his title. He'll probably get $1,000 for winning the fight, Llancafilo. And I'm sure he could buy half a dozen houses in Chile with that guy.
Yes, I'm correct. I think he's quite happily. He's a resident of Springvale here where we are, sunny Springvale in southeastern suburbs of Melbourne.
Well, with his purse tonight, Ray, he's going to send back his money to Chile and buy 6 houses.
Geez, he's doing better than I am.
In fact, I think he's going to buy Chile with the purse he gets tonight. With their economy, I think he could actually buy that.
I think there's a jar in the kitchen he can have.
You can have that as well, because I've got everything in it. Now, Brian, don't look at the bookie. Look at the fighters. How do you see it?
Got them all wrapped up. That last round, I gave that even. Gayther early, and Llancafilo, realising the fight might be slipping from him, has poured the pressure on the last round once. It all comes down to this round on my card.
Here we go, the last round of this 3-minute super middleweight Victorian title fight with the champion, southpaw in the red pants, Sergio Llancafilo from Chile, or formerly from Chile, now Springvale, and Dean Gayther, the battling bruiser from Bayswater.
Up on the toes, both boys.
And both corners have been made aware that whoever wins this wins the fight. That's the call, that's the buzz round the ringside. Stay close, because we'll have a result one way or the other after this round. Oh, good shots from Gayther. Good right hook there from Llancafilo as well. He replied well. Gayther's going to wait till halfway through the round when he gets the bump on the ringside from his father Bill in the corner. And then he's going to go after Llancafilo like he's never been chased before.
Oh, good left hand from Llancafilo.
Gayther will have to make up for that one. Good right.
And a jab as well.
There's a big jab in front of him now, a big job in front of him.
Gayther wants to get busy. I don't know about waiting until halfway through the round. He needs to get going now.
Well, it's halfway through the round now, Brian, and he's going to go right after him now. It's going to be bang, bang, and here we come. Llancafilo jabbing out the right hand. Good in there with Gayther. Uppercut by Gayther. Right cross, right hook from Llancafilo. It's all happening. Can you see it happening? It's happening. It's happening. Gayther's after him.
Big right hook from Llancafilo.
Gayther steadies. His head's a bit rocky, but he's running for a punch.
Paulie Layton screaming from Llancafillo's corner. His trainer assisted by Ronnie Russell. And nice right hands from Gayther. Both boys know it's up for grabs.
Gayther fights back with a right cross.
hand.
And he dodges one. He gets one in. Another one in from Gayther.
He's got to get off those ropes.
It's all happening here. Springvale Town Hall, the Victorian Super Middleweight title fight.
Fatiguing a little bit doing Gayther with the 18-month low. Oh, big left hand from Llancafilo.
Llancafilo with another shot, a right hook. Gayther heads back. Misses with a right cross. Puts his head up in the air. Hits back with a right. Tries to stiffen him. Good right cross from Gayther. Another one. Good reply from Llancafilo.
He's got to get those hands up doing Gayther.
Good shot underneath. Over the top and underneath it. Both fighters are going for it now. Biff bang. Good shot from Gayther. Gayther again. Llancafilo replies underneath and over the top. Gayther.
Good work
straight
from
to the
Gayther
head.
inside.
Inside. Keeps his head up. Gets hit.
Left hand just caught him flush.
Gets hit again. Replies to the body.
He's got to rough Llancafilo up a bit. He should swing
Good
him out the ropes.
Good right for right. And there it goes. The end of the fight. What a great contest. Super middleweight. Good on your feet for both these fellas here. The champion walking back to the red corner. Sergio Llancafilo. Dean Gayther with his arms raised high goes back to the blue corner with his father there. And this should go anywhere. I mean, with the judges lately, it could go anywhere. With a little bit of luck, Brian Butler could get this fight, Ray. That's the way the judges vote here in Victoria. Worst judges ever seen in my life over the last 12 months.
In Victoria?
And it's the worst I've ever seen. In fact, it's not worse, it's worse and worse.
They're pretty bad all around Australia.
Oh, some areas are all right, but...
Got them all locked up, gents.
Brian
Got them
Butler
all locked
has
up.
a draw. I think the judges will go for Llancafilo by 2 points or 2 rounds.
Well, I think
they'll sway that way.
I think Llancafilo won the fight myself.
Well,
he landed more punches. It was as simple as that.
Well, if we go on our track record, the 2 people who go for, like, if it's 2-1, like you and me go for Llancafilo, normally the judges see the other way. So if it's running true to course.
Well, I couldn't split them. Unfortunately, a lot of the work there in that last round, Gayther had his back to us. We had Llancafillo's, but Llancafillo's head was popping up. The little right uppercuts and right crosses from Gayther on the inside were working. The more prominent shots were landed by Llancafilo in that round, but I just think it was too close to split them. No one really exerted themselves any authority in that round.
So Anika Williams, Adrian Campbell and Joe Byrne are the 3 judges, are they?
Yep. How they see it will tell, but I mean, it was a phenomenal fight, really. I mean, it's what the crowd comes to see, isn't it?
That's right.
I mean, punch for punch. I mean, at times it wasn't pretty. A southpaw against a big awkward character. They had all the makings of a disaster, but they put that behind them. They got on with the job. There was headbutts flying everywhere. There was, you know, nut crunches. There was everything going there.
Yeah. Dick Sparkman's here as a guest tonight of Murray Thomson at ringside. Dick leaned to Llancafilo. He had it very close. I thought Llancafilo won it, but let's wait for the...
Well, I think he was a cleaner puncher.
Well, irrespective of clean, a punch is a punch. And it's the only way you can measure it, the volume of punches.
Well, we go to ring announcer.
They say.
Ring announcer Howard Lee. He's just waiting for the final ring card being adjudicated, and he will give us the result. The 2 great fighters there with their hands in the ring there, and it just shows you can punch a little daylights at each other, but when the bell goes, the final bell goes, it's all kisses and roses, and everybody loves each other.
Speaking of Dean Gayther last night at the weigh-in, I asked him, you know, he said he wants to get and try to grab the Australian title or fight for it within the next 12 to 18 months, and he said yes, if he gets a win tonight. If he doesn't, he'll probably turn it over.
I think there's been a recall on one of the judges' cards. There's been a mistake made on one of the judges' cards. They're rectifying that now. And
well, it's always going to be close when it's a long time for the cards to get in.
And we'll cross back to Howard Lee. I think he has it all under control.
Just waiting for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a big round of applause there for Dean Gayther and Sergio Llancafilo with the Victorian Super Middleweight Championship up for grabs. We get the scorecards. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Andrew Campbell. He couldn't separate the 2 fighters. He had it 76-76. He was overruled by judges Joe Mann and Anika Williams. Joe Mann, 78-74, and Dean Williams, 77-75 for the winner. And still, the super middleweight champion of Victoria, Sergio Llancafilo.
It was a close fight, there's no doubt about it, but Llancafilo landed the higher volume of punches, and without any scientific way of telling the power of a punch, what other way can a judge score a fight?
Dean Gayther, Dean, come across. You're very unhappy with the decision there. Dean, look towards the camera. What, you felt you won that?
Well, the scoring section is here, and that's it, right? And if you're catching the ones that are going there and catching them all that come to you, they don't score. How are you scoring ones that don't even hit you? Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, a very... Dean,
Belt.
No, Dean, a rematch. No rematch.
Shit, and you get a bad decision. I've been good after my fights usually, but no, this time that's disgusting. That's like that referee, you get hit once and he calls it off. Oh, I'm gonna wave it up.
Okay, a very disappointed Dean Gayther. Sergio, congratulations. You've retained your championship belt in the first defence.
Yeah.
How did you see it?
Well, Dean was calling some punches just like that with the palm, so I don't think those calls that well. I was hitting with the cleaner punches sometimes, so I think I came on top just slightly, but I had the edge.
You felt you had the edge?
I felt I had the edge. I gave him a couple of rounds, but that's about it.
2 rounds only, you reckon?
Yeah, the rest was even. Yeah. He was hitting me here in the elbows. He got a couple of jabs, that was about it. So you see my face quite clean. I saw my body. He tried my body, but he missed all my body. So that's the way it goes.
Okay, Sergio, thank you.